Hello everyone, my name is Yoon. In this video, I'm going to be talking about my top 4 Abercrombie and Fitch, Abercrombie and Hollister interview tips. So I've been working for the company for 2 years, but now I'm out of the company. So I've seen people who get hired, people who don't get hired, good-looking people who don't get hired, and not so great looking people who get hired. So I know the do's and don'ts, and I know the ins and outs of the interview process. I don't know. So, okay, going right before I go into my top 4 lists, some of the do's and don'ts. So number 1, what I recommend is do go into the store that you want to apply to. Don't apply online where you have to call up the store. Don't do that. Why? Because managers want to have a face when they're talking to someone. So go into the store and say like, hey, can I talk to the manager? And the worker will bring you to the manager and say, hi, my name is Yoon, and I would like to apply to your store. And they will lead you to the machine, and if they like you, if they have a good potential, if they see a potential in you, they will make you fill out a application card, and that's the first indication that you have a good shot. Because people do that and they come to the back in the stock room and say like, I got a good recruit, and that's number 1 indication that you have a good shot. So if they don't make you fill out an application card, that's not the end of the world. That's just maybe they don't have the time, they're busy or something like that. And alright, excuse me. And then some of the don'ts is don't bring a resume don't come into the store and say, here's my resume, I'm interested in applying, and then just go to the machine and apply. 99% of the time, so those people that 100% of the times at least, the people who did that never got hired. And I'll read the resume, and there's a lot of misspellings. Like someone misspelled real estate. They spelled real estate with an I. I don't even have to talk about that, but alright. So do go into the store and don't bring a resume, okay? Do not. If they don't ask for a resume, don't bring a resume. And alright, so going into the list, 4 lists. Number 1 is appearance. Be well groomed, okay? Look your best and smell your best. Remember, on colognes, less is more. So you want to be shaved, and shave well, make sure you look extremely fabulous as you can be. Have a good hairstyle. Don't be ridiculous. Don't have like blue hair, okay? That will kill your chances at all times. Don't shave your head off if you're a girl, and stuff like that. So number 2, smile and make eye contact. That is one of the biggest key important things that managers are looking for in their new employee, because number 1, the employees can't be shy. It's a very social environment. So that is a very key aspect into being recruited, because when they're having the interview, they don't want to feel like they're in a movie and the person is scripting word for word what they are singly saying. They want to have a conversation with the person that they are giving their attention to. Okay, so that's number 2. So number 3 is they will ask you a lot of scenario questions. So an example would be, tell me about a time where you and a group of friends accomplished a task. So that's some scenario questions. I can't go over exactly which questions that they will ask you, because I'm not allowed to. So another example would be, tell me about a time where you and a group of individuals with different skills accomplished a goal. Or tell me about a time where you made different types of people feel included in what you are doing. If it's like a group project, stuff like that. And something like tell me what being multicultural means to you. So, people who work at Abercrombie&Fitch, Hollister really know what I'm saying with that one, but just going right under the line. So that's a key thing. Understand what it means to be multicultural. And number 4, the last and final tip is, if you don't get hired, that's not the end of the world. They might just not be hiring at that moment. In the beginning of summer, when summertime is really busy, so they need a lot of people, so they recruit a lot of people. And beginning of fall, the recruits that they got in the summer, they will use. And sometimes, so the Hollister, Abercrombie and Fitch, the thing with them is, it's a lot of high school and college students. So college students go back to the college they come from, and high school students at Hollister's go out of their parents' house and then go move into dorms and then live in college. So there they are. It's like a cycle. There's a recruiting cycle. When the high peak is when the college students come back to home and then work at Hollister, Abercrombie and Fitch, and the low point is when they go back. So there's a lot of room for the need for people being hired. So that's a point when people are being hired. And if you're doing an interview at a high peak when the maximum possible amount of recruits is filled, no matter how good looking you are, you're just not gonna get hired. Why? Because they don't need you. So even if some of my experience was stepping aside, you might be the best looking guy or girl, but if your interview is terrible, they will not hire you. They will not just have you for your looks and if you can't function properly, okay? Because this job requires you to think a little bit and fold clothes, and people who are not that bright, I've seen that they don't really catch on and they don't really last the first 2 weeks. Okay, that's the first week is your make it or break it period. Your second week is your last try period, and if you don't make it within those 2 weeks, you're gone. That's it, you're gone. So that's what I've kind of noticed. So these are my top 4 tips and do's and don'ts of Abercrombie and Fitch and Hollister and Abercrombie interview tips. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Leave any comments or questions that you have below, and I will try my best to answer them. Or there is my email, my business email down below. Email me and I will try to answer your question the best that I can as soon as I can. Thanks and have a great day.